Chapter 27. And when the morning came, the chiefs of the priests and the elders of the people held a council that they could deliver Yeshua to death. So they bound him and brought him before Pilate, who was upholding the position of Caesar. Now when Yehuda, who delivered him, saw that he was being blotted out, he regretted and returned the 30 coins to the ruling priests and aged ones, and said, I have sinned, for I have delivered righteous blood. He is a man who does not know. But they answered, What is that to us? You must see to it. So he threw the 30 coins into the sanctuary and went away. Then the chiefs of the priests took the 30 coins and said, It is not a worthy thing that we place them in the house of the sanctuary, for it is the price of blood. And when they had taken counsel together, they bought a field from a potter in order to bury the strangers there. And because of this, that field is called Hakal Dema, that is, the field of the blood, until this day. And when the word from Yirmiyahu, the prophet, was fulfilled, saying, And they took 30 coins of silver, which is the value wherewith the sons of Israel valued him, and they bought with them a field of a potter, just like our Adon decreed. And Yeshua stood before Pilate. He asked him, saying, Are you the king of the Yehudim? And Yeshua said to him, You are saying it. And when the chiefs of the priests had slandered him, and the elders of the people after them, he did not answer a word. Then Pilate said unto him, Do you not hear how many witnesses we have against you? But Yeshua did not answer anything. So Pilate was amazed. And Pilate had an officer with a custom to release a person that the Yehudim asked. Now he was retaining captured a man whose name was Bar Evan, who on account of murder was captured in the house of the prison. And when he had gathered them, Pilate said to them, Whom do you want that I release to you, Bar Evan, or Yeshua, who is called Mashiach? For he knew that because of pleasure they delivered him to death. And he sat on the seat of the judgment. His wife sent to say, You must not be judging that righteous man, for I saw many things in a vision on account of him. But the chiefs of the priests and the elders admonished the people that they should ask Bar Evan and kill Yeshua. And Pilate said to them, Whom of these two do you want that I let go? So they said, Bar Evan. And Pilate said, Then what must I do with Yeshua, who is called Mashiach? And they all said, Let him be placed on the warp and woof. So Pilate said to them, And what evil did he do? But again they cried, Hang him up! And when Pilate saw that he was not reaching anything, but that they still cried out, he took water and washed his hands before the people and said, I am he who does not know of the blood of this righteous man. Take heed for yourselves. So all the total answered, Let his blood be upon us and upon our sons. Then he released Bar Evan and delivered to them Yeshua, beaten, to lift him up with warp and woof. Now the servants of Pilate had taken Yeshua to the great house of the judges, and the people gathered around, and they stripped him and covered him with a garment of fine red linen, and set a crown of thorns upon his head, and a reed in the right hand, and bowed the knee before him, saying, May Yud-Heh-Waw-Heh save you, King of the Yehudim. And they spat on him and took the reed and smote on his head. And afterwards, when they had made much mockery out of him, they stripped him of the garment and clothed him with his clothes and led him away to hang him up. Now as they walked through the city, they found a Querene man whose name was Shimon, and they forced him to carry the warp and woof. And they came to that place which is called Golgotha, and they gave him wine mixed with bitterness to drink. And when he tasted it, he did not want to drink it. And when they had hanged him up, they divided his clothes among themselves by the lot, in order that the prophecy would be fulfilled, which says, "They divided my clothing among themselves, and cast a lot over my garment." And they sat looking at him. And they placed a writing above his head, "This is Yeshua, the King of the Yehudim." And they hanged up 2 thieves with him, one to the right side and one to the left side. And they who were passing by cursed him, shaking their heads. "Are you he who says that he will destroy the sanctuary, and in 3 days you will build it? Save yourself. If you are the son of Eloah, come down from the wharf and woof." And like these words, the high priest and the scribes and the wise ones and all the aged ones spoke to him, mocking about him, and saying, "He saves others, but he is not able to save himself. If you are king of Israel, come down from the wharf and woof, that we may see it and believe you. He is safe in El, who will save him if he wants to, for he said, 'I am the son of Eloah.'" And like these words of reviling, one of the thieves who were hanged up after him was speaking. From the hour of the middle of the day until the 9th hour, there came darkness in all the land. And at the 9th hour, Yeshua cried out with a great calls and said, "Eli, Eli, why did you forsake me?" When some who were standing there heard this, they said, "This man calls Eliyahu." So immediately one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and placed it on the tip of a reed, and they gave it to him to drink. But the centurion said, "Let us see if Eliyahu will come, who will set him free." And Yeshua, crying out another time, sent Ruach HaKodesh. And behold, the sanctuary was broken from 2 sides, upwards and downwards, and the earth shook, and the stones were divided through the middle, and the graves were opened, and many bodies of the holy ones stood up and lived. They went out of the graves after the resurrection, many appeared. And the centurion and those who were keeping Yeshua with him, when they saw the shakings, the earth quaking, and that which happened, they feared severely, saying, "Truly, this is the son of Eloah." And there were many daughters there, who were standing far from him, who went with Yeshua of Galilee, who served him. And among them were Miriam Magdalene, and the mother of Yaakov and Joseph, and the mother of the sons of Zebedee. And when this was done, a certain rich one came, a man from Ramathaim, whose name was Joseph, he who was a Talmud of Yeshua. So this man approached Pilate and asked the body of Yeshua of him. And Pilate commanded that it should be given to him. Then Joseph took the body of Yeshua and wrapped it in a garment of clean, fine linen. And he laid it in his grave, which was new and hewn out of stone. Then he laid a huge stone on the opening of the grave and went away. And Miriam Magdalene and another Miriam were sitting opposite the grave. And the day which came after the Pesach, the chiefs of the Perushim and the priests came to Pilate, saying, "Master, we remember that deceiver said that he would stand up alive. Therefore command to guard the grave until the day that he said that he would stand up alive, in order that his Talmudim do not come and steal his body and say to the people that he stood up alive from the death, for then it will be a latter error and will be worse than the first." So Pilate said to them, "Seek guards and keep him according as you understand." So they went and guarded the grave and sealed the great stone and made it secure.